Hey everybody, Neil Parfit here, and today is just a random ramble about placing my speakers. Easy to do when you have two, because you just create an equilateral triangle, you measure them out, but when you start getting into surround, it gets a little bit more fumbly because your rears have to be at a certain degree, your sides have to be at a certain degree, and they all have to be the same distance. And in my case, I'm using the Genelec ones. They're not rectangular shape. The bases aren't rectangular shape. So it's really hard to get an exact measurement of where's the center of these stands, how is everything placed, who the hell knows. Anyway, I was kind of racking my brain around this. Like, how am I going to do this? Am I going to tape, use string, use a tape measure? But then I realized, what if there was a device that could help me do this? And there is. I didn't know about it until 20 minutes ago because I created it myself. It's called the SPEAKERTRONLAYOUTERIZER. This is Studio Craft Day. If it doesn't exist, just do it yourself, figure it out, come up with a solution. So using my grade 7 woodworking skills, I got to work, and it turned out to be successful. So let's take a look. So I've stacked 3 pieces of pine together. This will be my base plate kind of thing. Just to give this thing some stability, because it'll be harder for it to rock back and forth with all these pieces there. And that will be my base plate. I bought this massive protractor, which is the size of the circle, plotted out the angles, so 30 degrees, 100 degrees for the sides, 135 degrees for the rears, matched it on the other side, etc., etc. And then my idea was to use a bunch of dowels to the exact speaker distance I need and just line them up like this, place this stand right where my chair would go. My head would literally be right here at this exact height. And then the dowels will just shoot off to where all the speakers should be. So at the end of the dowel should be the center of my speaker. And with this, I'll have a really accurate placement for my 7.1 array. So just to show you what I mean, let's do this. And I've staggered these so the dowel stays straight and there's no real wobble from the side to side, because the little loop bracket thingies are bigger than the dowels and I couldn't find any smaller quickly, so. Oh, did I not place brackets there? I totally didn't. I'm an idiot. Okay, I better do that now. How did I not even notice that? Okay, attention to details. Okay, let me put those brackets on. Cat approved. It's the SPEAKERTRON Layouterizer. Look at this thing, a beauty. Oh yeah, hey cat. So there we have it. Here's my ridiculous tool to measure my speaker distances. And the heights are already dictated by the stands, which are what I want them to be. And these things are so light that I can gently rest them at the tweeter cone, which is covered by a protective grill. So there isn't really any weight resting on the speakers. I can slide them into position. The cat will be locked out of the room, no chance of an accident, and I'll have my speakers exactly where I want them. Well, don't mind the mess, but the SPEAKERTRON Layouterizer is a success. Everything is exactly where it should be, and it's so on the money that my rear speakers are exactly 19 inches apart from the table, and I didn't even have to try. And now, with everything correct, I can put little tape markers on the floor, and I can move these around whenever I want if I need to move them out of the way, and I can put them in the exact same position they're supposed to go without any hassle. And now I can get to work doing my final cleanup pass of the wiring. So very little cables will be visible, if any. And that was the plan all along. But the hardest part was just positioning these rears and sides, just because they're weird shapes. They're not rectangular. There's no rectangles on the actual speaker bases. So it was just a constant game of moving targets. So now it's done. I can tape some markers on the floor, and then I'll take these dowels off, lift this thing off, and this is exactly where the calibration microphone will sit, which is currently just up there, but it will go right there in the middle. I'll do my final calibration pass, which will compensate for any sub-centimeter delays between all the speakers, and good to go. So not bad for $50 and a little bit of time. I hope you enjoyed my solution. On a realistic note, though, I wish speaker manufacturers would embed a laser measuring tool built into the speaker. Throw it in there, make our lives easier. And this is really helpful for surround sound speaker placement. Add the laser in, give us some sort of alignment ball or something we could put on a mic stand, focus that laser to that ball. The speaker could give me a distance readout on the back or through software or something, and then I could just keep moving or positioning my speaker to the exact distance they need to be. So if all my speakers had to be 6 feet from mixing position, I'd know exactly without having to resort to all this tomfoolery. Anyway, that's it for this little ramble. Hope you're all having a great day, and see you later.